be real. It must be a prank, a joke, a reality show, right? So I said to Quinn, this can't be real. It must be a prank, a joke, a reality show, right? But it wasn't. That was it. The monster ap- apocalypse had begun. Next, there was a Godzilla sounding hole, like,
Nice one,
and
man.
the whole bus suddenly shifted. I was thrown into Dirk, and Quint was lifted out of the seat and spun out into the aisle. The bus driver, a nice white-haired dude, was sobbing like a newborn. The bus became darker. Something was covering the windows, wrapping around the bus. A monster hand. The monster tilted the bus so the back pointed toward the sky. We all pinballed, plummeting down the aisle, smashing against the seat, backpacks flying through the air. We came to a sudden, painful stop. Every kid on the bus piled up against the floor door in a big heap. Quint, I managed. I could barely breathe. Kids all over me. An armpit in my face. Oof. A foot on my head. An ear on my nose. Quint, what's happening?
And that's so funny. His
That's
description
a
is so
big oof.
funny. Yeah.
I'm not sure, Jack, Quint said. Quint always had the answer to everything. This time he didn't. That almost scared me more than the monsters. Almost. This monster's hulking paw squeezed the bus like it was an empty Pringles can, and the front door opened with a loud metal pop, dumping us out into the parking lot pavement. My face bounced off the cement. Ouch. Nose bleeding, blood down into my lip, into my tongue. I scrambled into my feet, pulling Quint with me, leading us away from the thick crowd, and the screaming and the crying. This is my nightmare now. That was a nightmare then.
I give it to you, Muhammad. Nice
Uh,
reading. I really enjoyed your reading.
Complete this last page.
I got my bearings and looked around, and total monster chaos.
Now, who wants to read? I think yes, Saud is on the list. On the participant after Jibril. Saud,
Yahya is raising his hand.
Mr. On the list here. Not list, the participant. Saud is after Jibril.
Okay.
Okay, Yahya.
One single beautiful alien face stood out in the mass of feeding people. John Del Toro. I spotted a zombie stumbling toward her, coming up from behind. John! I screamed, my voice cracking as I strained to shout across the parking lot. Behind you! John dodged the stumbling, falling zombie, left it sprawled out on the ground, and darted inside the school. We locked eyes, and then the doors slammed shut. I said to myself then that whatever happened, whatever came next, somehow I'd get back to the school and find John. Where to, Jack? Quint asked, snapping me out of it. Joe's Pizza. I think it's two for one slice today. Jack, be serious. Well, I don't know. Monster zombie chaos is new to me. I guess. Run! And we did. We sprinted away from the school bus and the giant monster and the hordes of zombies. We hopped the fence into the soccer field and fled into the woods beyond it. Quint, I said, catching my breath and pulling him behind the tree. We need to find some place to go, like the police station or something. Or we need like J.I. Joe or the Avengers to show up, or Iron Man, something. Iron Man isn't real, Jack. Robert Downey Jr. is real. I bet he could help. Jack, sorry, you're right, I said. He's probably busy being famous and stuff. Quint groaned. My parents are on vacation. I have a babysitter. I'll go to my house. Ask the situation. You run to your house. I nodded. Quint held up his walkie. We stayed in touch on these at all times, he said. Dale, I was trying to stay calm, but
One
classic.
minute, 1 minute. At the beginning of the story, is it 42 days later? So this is before 40 days when the zombie started.
So this is like a flashback.
Yes, he's telling us about what happened.
Yeah, we call what do we call this technique?
It's a flashback.
Yeah, very good.
Dale, I was trying to stay calm, be classic cool Jack Sullivan, but my heart was pounding and it felt like my whole body was shaking. Talk soon, friend. You bet. When I got home, the car was gone and there were tire marks in the driveway. My family was gone. I climbed up to the treehouse in my panic. I sort of collapsed onto the treehouse poker table and knocked the walkie off. The walkie bounced on the floor and out through the door. I lunged for it, but
Wait
smash.
a minute. By the way, the walkie is the only thing that he can connect with Quint, his friend. So he smashed, and at the beginning of the story, he was looking for a screwdriver. So we're getting matching point now. We will get to the present.
I
Mhm.
started. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, Aziz. Thank you.
So this is obvious. I don't know why.
No. Sometimes something can be obvious for you because you've read all the story. It might not be obvious for me. You see what I mean? That's why. I always suggest that somebody who has already read the story help us read it again. So it saves us a lot of time.
No one to read. Can anybody raise
Can
a
I
hand?
read?
Yes,
Okay, I guess. Read.
Muhammad Jibreen, Mu'taz, everyone.
I,
I'll be right back. Okay, Mu'taz is not has dropped out.
I stared at the walkie on the ground below.
Yes,
I
of course,
needed,
Mu'taz. Aziz, Mu'taz is asking permission to go for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
No worries, Mu'taz, no problem.
I stared at the walkie on the ground below. I needed to talk to Quint, but I'm embarrassed to admit I was too scared to go down there. Too freaked out, too overwhelmed, too everything. So I curled up on the floor. I pulled a jacket down over me. I put my earphones in to drown out the sound of chaos outside. And I slept. I slept for days. It got worse.
Just
Zombies
wait.
everywhere.
Okay, computer.
uh, Giant monsters on the horizon. I blacked out the treehouse windows and stayed put. There was an old AM/FM radio in the treehouse. For the first few days, news people tried to explain what was happening. I munched on Girl Scout cookies and potato chips to the radio. While I listened to the radio, guys say it was safer out west. But then on the fifth day, there was no more radio. So again, I went back to sleep, just like I'm
Look,
sleeping now.
look, look at the time. He's making us hungry and we are in Ramadan.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah.
So again, I went back to sleep, just like I'm sleeping now. When I finally worked up the courage to go out and do some exploring, it had been 9 days since the madness in the school parking lot, and in those 9 days, everything had collapsed.
Yes.
What is this line?
This is line. I don't know what it meant at the beginning, but I think now I know what it means. it's one of two things. Maybe that he came to the present, like he's talking about what is happening right now, or something like happened quickly, suddenly.
Or maybe this is a sound wave,
No, I
something
don't
he
think.
heard.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
because
The radio sound wave.
I don't think so. But okay, complete.
A cracking, hissing sound wakes me from my flashback nightmare. I blink twice, not sure what's happening, not sure where I am again. What the? Huh? I, s- I say, sitting up, rubbing at my eyes. It's down. Sun is rising, blinding me. Again. I slowly shake off the morning confusion. I remember where I am, in the treehouse. 43 days after the monster apocalypse began.
See, now he is in the present because he said
And that
42 days.
sound,
Oh, this time.
I realize it's the walkie. I leap to my feet, almost one leg asleep. I fall, slam my knee into the floor, but shake it off because I am smooth like that. I half sprint, half limp through the treehouse, moving so fast I bang my head on the doorway. I practically drive for the walkie. I practically
This guy
dive.
is hilarious.
Jack, come in. Are you there? Jack here. Jack on the mic.
Quint find the answer.
The voice on the other end of the walkie says, Jack, my friend, it's me. It's Quint. Quint is alive. But wait, a horrible, terrible brain poisoning thought enters my mind. Could it be a zombie trap? It's a trap. Could the zombie and the monsters have started to talk? If they had, this would be the perfect ruse to lure me to my doom. So I said, Quint, buddy or pal, quick question. You're alive, right? You're not like undead trying to trick me or anything, are you? I am very much alive, Jack. Phew. Wait, that's exactly what an undead Quint would say. Need to play this one cool. Quint, what's your favorite food? I asked. Brains. No.
Oh, he's a minister now?
But then the walkie buzzes again and Quint says,
Okay,
ha,
it's
just
brain.
kidding.
Brain.
Or
Friends,
joking?
Brain.
Yeah, they're joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's read
Being
more
hilarious.
of other than يحيى عن جبريل.
I want to read.
Read.
Welcome, Muhammad.
Yes, thank you, Mr. But then the walkie buzzes again, and Quint says, "Ha, just kidding, friend." Brussels sprouts surprise. Phew, I'm so relieved. My best only friend is alive, and I don't bust his chops about the fact that he's 13 years old and his favorite food is Brussels sprouts surprise. Dude, it's really you, I exclaim. Indeed, it is. Shall we meet? I have much to show you. That's how Quinn talks. He fancies himself a scientist, so apparently that means he needs to talk like an old geezer from the 1800s. Don't ask. Yes, I say. Hangout time. Like before all this mess. What should we do? Video games? I have a generator for electricity. Yes, video games. Quinn says. We can play here. I'll see you in a short while, Jack. I smile, ear to ear. Literally, the corner of my lip is touching my earlobe. Quint. That's the best sentence I've heard in my entire life. We over and out. And then I get to really waking up. Yawn, stretch, pee, touch my nose, hawk a loogie, splash water on my face from the bucket of rainwater I keep outside. Time to plot a route to Quint's house and add a new entry to my feat of apocalypse success. In my treehouse command center, I have a chalkboard I nabbed from the local elementary school After I finally remembered how brave I was and went out to explore, went out to explore. It's one of those giant ones that flip around so you can write on both sides. It's super handy. Plus, I feel like an old World War II general every time I use it. Man, I will, I will not lie to you. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. A few will be coming back from this mission. Last week, while exploring the library, I found an old map of the town from like the 1950s. I taped the map on to the chalkboard and sketched my own little notes with important locations. As I learn more about the monsters and the general horrible things out here, I update it. Here's what I have so far. Map of Wakefield.
Don't know why it's not showing here the right text. But in
Do I
the
have
book,
to read this?
do you want me to send it from the book? This?
No, because I can't see it.
No, I have the book. It's واضح.
Okay, read it.
Okay. Alright. Yes. It's actually taking 2 pages in the book.
Can you point while reading the places,
Yes,
the
okay.
tags on the places, please?
Map of Wakefield. CVS. Blarg's home. Blarg, when the book started, he was facing him. Maybe all some remember.
Ah, yes.
Uh, Town Park, now thick with vine things. Quint's house, the old books factory, known Dozer Lair. The dogs, sea monsters. Sea monsters and then exclamation mark to ask. Barker Middle School. Current inhabitants unknown. Big Al's Junk Palace. Zombie Cluster. Train tracks, home of the tentacle demon. The house, you are here. Old bridge, home of the Octo Beast. The quarry, home of the Stone Tower monster. Okay, complete.
I plot a route to Quince, then I suit up. Right now, my suit is pretty extra, super terrible, and lame. It's more like a last-minute Halloween costume than something actually useful for trying to survive. The only not lame part of the outfit is the weapons. A monster slayer needs good weapons. I mostly use this busted baseball bat, the one I got at the one I got Blarg in the head with it. I call it the Louisville Slicer because it's used Louisville Slicer.
Louisville.
It's Ville.
Louisville. In the movie, I heard it saying like this. Louisville.
I don't think so.
It's a movie on YouTube, Aziz, or it's only on
Netflix.
Netflix only?
Yes. It is called the Louisville Slicer.
Okay.
What's the name of the movie?
The same as the book, The Last Kids on Earth. Now they have released book 2.
Okay, Last Kids on Earth. Okay.
Complete.
The Louisville Slicer. Because it used to be a Louisville Slugger but now it's splintered and sharp and it slices things. Well, you get it. Louisville Slicer. Electrical tape for the prime monsters, slinging swinging grip. Monster teeth, razor sharp, those are guts. But I only use the Louisville Slicer on big monsters, not on zombies, I see. I have a code, and the code says I don't cut up zombies. The zombies used to be people. I mean, it's not their fault they're zombies now. I'm not stabbing these things that used to be people in the head with a splintered sword thing. Just not kosher. Do I continue or something, or anyone else would read?
Continue this page and okay, no, Martins. Can I read?
Yes. So for zombies fighting, I use a busted old hockey stick. Just walk to the noggin and I keep moving. I used to have a wrist rocket, basically just a super slick slingshot. But our science teacher, Mr. Mando, took it on the third day of school. And my shoes. A really annoying thing happened with my shoes. My foster mom gave me these hand-me-down shoes called light ups. They had these little red lights that flashed every time you took a step. Basically, they're for kindergartens. The first night I wore them out to play flashlight tag with Quint, I realized they weren't just dog town. They were putting me at a tactical disadvantage. One night, after putting up the worst flashlight tag sets of
Read
my,
this.
I see you, Jack, again. You're it again. Stupid shoes. One night, after putting up the worst flashlight tag stats of my career, I got to work trying to slice
For
out.
the one who doesn't know, flashlight tag is like laser tag. They play between each other and they try to hit you with the laser, so you get eliminated. Great.
But that just made them sort of hang out with the shoe and look a whole brighter. And then things got worse. At school, stupid Nick, the reporters, told me that his cousin, Silvio the reporter's ex-girlfriend nephew dog Walker, stepped in a puddle wearing his light ups and the water got into the light and he got electrocuted. And zap! He was
Very good.
fried right there on the spot. Not good.
Okay, who didn't read? Saud. Saud
Aziz,
can talk, right?
can you spare a couple of minutes to discuss what we talked about?
Okay, it's the last page.
Okay.
So I wrapped the shoes in duct tape so you can't see the light. They may be ugly, but at least they won't get me fried. Anyway, Quint is like a super genius, so I'm hoping he can give me a whole getup, especially the shoes. A bit of Robocop type upgrade. Because right now, this is me and I need some help. Jack Sullivan, the hero. Why this is not showing? Maybe here? Yes, it's here. The page is cut up. What is happening? Yes, Jack's an annoying hangnail. I can't stop. I don't know it, but okay. We are chapter 4 now.
Okay. So